Hi whole class, hope you're all doing okay. So the other day we did adding one and taking away one more, one less. Today we're going to thinking about counting in twos and thinking about adding two and taking away two. So first of all, we're just going to look at the number line and I'm going to put some numbers on there, and I'm wondering if you can remember what these numbers were called. So we've got 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. What type of numbers are there? Are they odd or even? Hopefully you're all saying even. Because remember 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10 are all even numbers. Then we have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So these are the odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 are odd. 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8 are even. And that's going to help us in a minute. And we've got some tricky challenges when we're adding two and taking away two. So let's count in twos on a number line. So we start at 0 and we're going to add 2, takes us to 2, add another 2, takes us to 4, add another 2, takes us to 6, add another 2, takes us to 8, and add another 2, takes us to 10. So each time we're missing one number, jumping to the next number. So we're adding 2 each time and skipping a number. All right. And here we've counted in even numbers. So when we add 2 to an even number, it gives us another even number. Well, let's have a look at the tens frame to see. So we start off with 0, and if we add 2, it gives us 2. Then if we have 2 and we add 2, it gives us 4, another even number. So each time we add 2 to that number, it gives us another even number. 4 add 2 equals 6. 6 add 2 equals 8. I'm wondering if you can guess what the next one might be. If I've got 8 and I'm going to add 2, what's it going to give me? It's going to give me 10, isn't it? Okay, because it's the next even number. So every time we add 2 to an even number, remember it's got to be an even number to start with, it gives us another even number. Now let's do some more counting in twos on a number line, but we're going to start with odd numbers. So if we start at 1 and we add 2, that takes us to 3. We add another 2, it takes us to 5. Add another 2 takes us to 7, and add another 2 takes us to 9. So we can still count in twos from odd numbers, but actually when we do a lot of counting in twos, we usually do even numbers, don't we? But let's have a look at what happens when we add 2 to an odd number. So here is the tens frame again, and it says if we add 2 to an odd number, it gives us another odd number. So as long as you know your odd and even numbers, which we've done some of that, then you can work out whether your answer is going to be correct as well. So if we add 2 to an odd number, it gives another odd number. So if we start with 1 and we add 2, it gives us 3. And if we have 3 and we add 2, it gives us 5. So each time we add an 2 to an odd number, it gives another odd number. 5 add 2 is 7. So what would 7 add 2 be? It would be 9, wouldn't it? Okay, 7 add 2 equals 9. So now let's have a look at counting backwards in twos, taking away 2. So we've added 2 from an even number to give us an even number, and added 2 from an odd number to give us an odd number. So I wonder what's going to happen when we take away 2. Let's have a look. So here we start at 10, we take away 2, it takes us to 8. Is 8 an odd or an even number? It's another even number, isn't it? Let's keep going. So we take away 2, takes us to 6, another even number, takes us to 4, takes us to 2, takes us to 0. So every time we take away 2 from an even number, it's giving us, is it an odd or an even? An even number. So there's another pattern there that we can follow as well. So let's have a look at our tens frame again. So if we take away 2 from an even number, it gives us another even number. 10 take away 2 equals 8. 8 take away 2 equals 6. Okay, so each time we take away 2 from an even number, it also gives us an even number. 6 take away 2 equals 4. What's the next one going to be then? 4 take away 2 equals 2. Well done if you got that right. So we know that we can add 2 to an even number, gives us an even number. And then actually if we take away 2 from an even number, it gives us an even number as well. And what's going to happen if we take away 2 from an odd number? Let's have a look. There we go. That's the last one. 2 take away 2 equals 0. Let's count backwards in 2s again, but we're going to do it in odd. So we start with an odd number, which is 9. Take away 2 takes us to 7. What's the next number going to be if I take away 2? It's going to be 5. Then it's going to be 3. Then it's going to be 1. So if we have a look, if we take away 2 from an odd number, it gives us an odd number. Gosh, all these things to remember. So if we add 2 to an even number, we get an even number. If we take away 2 from an even number, we get an even number. If we add 2 to an odd number, we get an odd number. And if we take away 2 from an odd number, we get an odd number. So you really need to know those odd and even numbers. Okay, let's have a look at our tens frame to help us with this as well. So if we start with 9 and we take away 2 from our odd number, it gives us the next odd number, which is 7. Then we've got 7, take away 2, which equals 5. What's the next one going to be then? 5, take away 2 is going to leave us with 3. So taking away 2 from an odd number gives us the next odd number. 3 take away 2 equals 1. So have a little think. So I'll say it again because there's been lots there that you've got to take in. So if we add 2 to an even number, we get the next even number. If we add 2 to an odd number, we get the next odd number. If we take away 2 from an even number, we get the even number that comes before that. And if we take away 2 from the odd number, then we get the odd number that came before that. So that's why it's really important to know your odd and even numbers. And if you need to do more work on that, okay, there's lots of websites that are out there for you to do that, or ask Miss Crease and Mrs. Jackson for any more work around odd and even numbers if you feel that you would like to work on that. That's absolutely fine. So now let's put those theories to the test to find our missing numbers. So here we've got 8 and 2. So we need to first of all think, is 8 an odd or an even number? It's an even number. We're going to add 2. So what's the next even number that comes after 8? Add 8, add 2 is 10. Hope you got that one right. Next one, okay. So 5, take away 2. Is 5 odd or even? It's odd. So we're going to take away 2, and the odd number that comes before that is, of course, 3. And then one more. We've got, oh, now, gosh, this is thrown us a little bit, hasn't it? It's done it the other way around. So remember, it doesn't matter though, does it? It doesn't need to throw us. It doesn't need to challenge us because we know this. So instead of it being 6 add 2, we've got it as 2 add 6. But it's just the same as 6 add 2, isn't it? So if you might think and go, gosh, I don't know what 2 add 6 is, switch it around and what's 6 add 2? So we know 6 is even. Add 2 more, the next even number is 8. Okay, so there's lots of ways around you could do it. You even know your number bonds. Okay, so you know 2 and 6 might make 8. There's lots of ways you can do it, but it's just extra number facts to help you. What's the missing number this time? 3 and 2 more. 3 is an odd number. 2 more gives us a 5. This time we've got another odd number as 7. Adding 2. What do we add to 2 to make 7? It is 5. Okay, so quite tricky today, quite a lot to take in, whole class. So what I want you to do now is I want you to look at these 2 columns. The first column is addition, adding 2, and the second column is taking away 2, subtraction. It's all answers that I want today. There's no extra challenge where I've taken out the number centres. It's all answers, so it's either adding 2 or taking away 2. Remember, if you add 2 to an odd number, you get an next odd number. If you add 2 to an even number, you get the next even number. And if you take away 2 from an even number, you get the even number that comes before. And if you take away 2 from an odd number, you get the odd number that comes before. Alright, so have a go. Remember, email Mrs. Jackson and Miss Creasy your work. And if you would like anything else around adding and taking away 2 or odd and even numbers to make sure you do know those, then please just get in touch. We'll be happy to help. Have a good day, whole class.